Hi guys, how are you all today morning? Good morning. Today is 11th January 2023. My name is TSV Raghavan and I live in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India. We have been discussing about various English proverbs and their authenticity in my vlog Haribol trsv nectar. In that process, we have been discussing about one very famous English proverb called a bird in hand is worth two in the bush. In this particular proverb, to prove its authenticity, we have talked about various case histories and the introduction part of this proverb. Today, we shall talk about another case history. There was this guy called Carmine Gallante who hailed from a city called Castellamare del Golfo in Sicily, Italy, but he was born and brought up in New York, USA. He was born in February 1908. When this guy was later on analyzed and reduced by a professional psychiatrist, this man diagnosed him as a person whose brain had stopped developing after the age of 12. This guy, Carmine Gallante, was a school dropout. He was incorrigible and his first arrest was at the early age of 15. His criminal file in the police station was a couple of inches thick, and this guy was earnestly devoted to crime or a career in crime. Half of his 79 years he spent behind bars. When this guy came out of his prison the first time, he joined the Bonanno crime family, which was one of the 5 crime families of New York underworld. However, this guy was not satisfied with being just a member of this crime pack family. He was incorrigible and a megalomaniac. Soon he joined another megalomaniac called Vito Genovese, who was several years senior to him. Vito Genovese was the underboss of the Luciano crime family. This guy, Carmine, decided to make this Vito as his own mentor. Vito was very happy to oblige. Carmine, though was a member of the Bonanno crime family, began working as a loyal soldier for Vito Genovese. Vito Genovese was indulging in drug smuggling. Carmine joined him and began making money hand over fist. This proverb, a bird in hand is worth two in the bush, comes to application only here. As a member of the Bonanno crime family, Carmine Gallante could have made his decent living with the legitimate businesses of Bonanno crime family, but he was too greedy and avaricious to settle down. He was a psychopath, a sociopath, and a person who was highly critical of everyone. In his lifetime, he committed more than 100 murders. This guy was so bad that even the fellow mafiosos were scared of him. This guy began indulging in drug smuggling. In 1930s, Vito Genovese had to flee to Italy because of his own personal problems. At that time, Carmine Gallante promised to be Vito's loyal soldier in USA, New York. Here now Carmine Gallante, who was never without a cigar in his mouth, as a result of which he had got the nickname Lillo, became Lillo Carmine Gallante, who indulged in drug smuggling from France, Sicily, and Canada. Vito Genovese came back to New York in 1958 or 57. In 1959, he and his cronies, along with Lillo, were sentenced to several years of imprisonment, around 20 years, in the prison for drug smuggling. Carmine was one of the prisoners who joined Vito in this crime and went to prison, where he would remain till the age of early 70s or mid 70s. In 1976, he was paroled. By this time, he had maintained or cultivated an awesome reputation. An extremely unscrupulous, ruthless, sadistic, and devilish person, this guy had already committed the murder of one Italian journalist in USA who was writing against the Italian dictator Mussolini on the behest of Vito Genovese. Lillo Carmine was totally without any conscience. He will commit a murder at the drop of an eyelid or a drop of a hat. This man, despite his awesome reputation, became quite famous and powerful in the Bonanno family because the original boss, Joseph Bonanno, had already left the family. However, the cup of oath of Lillo Carmine Gallante began to fill to the brim. A day came when Nemesis presented its bill to him. By this time, this man was so ruthless that he experimented his drugs on unknowing, unsuspecting, gullible black boys and killed them with overdoses. Everyone was fed up of him. For money, this man would do anything, they all understood. At last, the Mafia Commission in New York ordered a hit on Lillo Carmine Gallante. Hit means it was supposed to be a death sentence for Lillo Carmine Gallante. Though the FBI tried to protect him, this man, because of his outrageousness, cruelty, sadism, and murderous nature, was shot dead one day when he was around 79 in 1979. This shows that if you are too outrageous, you die a very violent and macabre death. Kindly let me know what you think of my talk on this subject. Please give me your own opinions, ideas, and thoughts on this so that we may blend everything together for the sake of the society. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that I may keep reminding you of my other videos. Till we meet in my next video, it is good morning from TSV Raghavan.